Hey guys, it's Klaus. Welcome back to another episode, and boy, do we have a great game to watch today. And you guys probably have seen Mr. Paul on this channel before. He's driving his Progetto 65, Italian, tier 10, I think. Yeah, that's right. And just watch the events unfold here and the decisions that are made, and just appreciate how great this game is that Mr. Paul plays here. And it's rare because I can't describe it, you just have to watch, but I can kind of elaborate a little bit. You get to see a lot of quote-unquote epic carries. My greatest game ever, look, I got 12 kills. And then you watch the game and you'll see some, I don't know, it's like a TD without a turret, and all the enemies just sit in front of it, and the guy shoots over and over and he gets 12,000 damage. Or the guy's in an overpowered tank and he bounces 10,000 blocked, he's top tier. The victory's handed to him by the ineptness of the decision making of the enemies. You know, that it's an epic result, yes, in the stats, if you just look at the stats. But if you watch the game, this one, we're watching Mr. Paul empty his clip into this bat chat, but take a ton of damage. A ton of damage. He's basically a one-shot now. It's only 2 minutes into the game, and I've just rambled through a little introduction. And so now you can appreciate the situation that Mr. Paul finds himself in, and what the result at the end of this game, the significance of it is that this is not now going to be handed to him. He is not in a top-tier tank that can dominate, that can just drive through all the enemies that don't shoot back or that bounce or that aren't very good, and just, you know, easily rack up a victory and have an epic result. But you see what I'm trying to say? Like, you can take a lot of games and look at, watch this. He takes a couple of shots. Why does he do that? He's baited the bat chat to thinking he's shot and he has to reload. So here comes the bat chat and he takes him out. Did you see that? And he's taken another hit for it, and he's only got 10 HP. Now, for those of you who weren't watching, let me just explain again what he did. He took 2 shots, and the bat chat, who obviously, well, either he can't count or he thought, oh, it's an autoloader, he's taken his last 2 shots. He thought he was reloading. The bat chat thought, he's taken 2 shots, now there's a pause, I can go shoot him. And he baited the bat chat into dying. But now he's got 10 HP, and the rest of this game is going to be very hard. Now you can look at a website where people upload games, and you can sort them by result, XP or damage or kills. Watch this, he's going to try and take some shots on this T95. He's not spotted yet, and he aims carefully but misses, because this is not a Russian tank. And it never shoots exactly where you aim. He took 2 shots and backed off because he does not want to die. But what I was saying is that you can sort results on a website. You look at a million uploads and then find the ones with the extreme results, you know, the most XP ever, the highest amount of damage ever. And invariably when I watch those replays, and they're posted a lot, and watch, he's going to take his first enemy out. But when you watch them, I always come out with the feeling that, well, yeah, you know, he's in an Object 140, he's top tier, and 11 of the enemies were completely, it's like they didn't fight back. The result is, it's a great result, but, you know, did the guy have to really, it's luck. Or it's just, you know, it's just a possible outcome. Even a broken clock tells the right time twice a day. You know, so is it, what time is it? It's 3:30. Your watch is broken, but it just happens to be 3:30, so, oh, way to go. It's the right result, but, you know, so what? Well, enough of my rambling. It's 2-2. Mr. Paul has 10 HP. This game is far from over, and I've rambled 4 minutes setting the stage here. Now let's watch. What would you do if you're 10 HP in a game like this? At this situation. Look at the mini-map. It's pretty even. The teams have half the map each. Strategy-wise, this is a pretty balanced, even game. Mr. Paul is just sitting here going, if I push up to help these guys and I take 1 hit, I am out of the game. My team loses my gun if I do that. So He's saying, no, I don't want, it's too risky. I don't want to go fight with those guys. But he's looking at them and thinking, standard B object, there's 3 of my teammates, there's 4 enemies. I mean, my teammates are doing such a good job holding them back here. I should help. He's tentative. He knows he should help, but he has no HP. He's lost it all. So if he moves any farther than this, if he tries to go over there, poke over the hill, and even an HE shot or a splash with HE will kill him. So he's trying, you know, maybe he can get a shot here. But he doesn't want to move up. You can tell he's being very tentative now. Would you do that, or would you just say, I'm down to, I screwed up. I've only got 10 HP. It's just rush in and get one more shot and get it over with. Well, that might be kind of the emotional reaction, you know, a bit pissed off because you threw all your HP away at the beginning of the game. But as you will see here, a player with 1 HP can do just as much damage as a player with full HP. And he just bounced the shot there. He's probably detected now, but there's no artillery, so he doesn't have to worry about getting splashed. And he's kind of sitting here thinking, what do I do? I could tell. He's probably upset that he's lost all his HP, but he's going to make the best of it. And he finally realizes, you know, I'm not really helping this side. And I'm looking at the minimap. I see a Type 5 heavy in the gravel pit there. Maybe I can sneak around here and get a couple of shots. He's trying to move where he can help his team. His platoon mate who has died is doing a lot of pinging, because that's what people that have made mistakes and died do. They ping the map incessantly in the locations of where their live teammates are. They don't ping the location where they died and say, look, ping, 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 look at me. I died in this spot, ping, ping, ping. No, they don't do that. They usually ping locations of where live teammates are. Ping, 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 look at you. You're still in the game. Ping, ping. I'm not really sure what the thought process is on that. But Mr. Paul doesn't do any pinging. He actually, his teammate is pinging that FV incessantly. But as you'll see here, Mr. Paul realizes that that's probably one of the best spots to defend now. And a low HP tank like him probably should move to this spot, because this spot can shoot into the gravel pit. It can shoot down to the south where his 3 teammates are still holding out. Now, if he had stayed in that corner with his teammates down in the southwest there, he might have got a shot or 2 and would probably die. As you see the enemies there, the ball of enemies, the Conqueror, the STRV, the Progetto, they're going to win that southwestern flank. And if he stayed there, he might have held them off an extra 10, 15 seconds. But he would have surely died. So he's backed off here, and he's taken some shots on this Type 5 Heavy. He has loaded some premium ammunition here. And watch the gameplay here. Look how he's using the bush. He's just barely peeking. And he bounced again. He bounced again, but he's going to go for the reload here. Now look at the score. 6-11. This game is over. Look at the mini-map. The enemy teams have total control of the map. Now his team is pinned. These 2 guys right here up on the hill by the base. The T-95 is surely going to get flanked. The Emil, good on him, is coming back. You see the guy who was on the ice road? He's coming back because he looked at the mini-map and he could see, oh, well, we've lost this game. Let's put up one last stand of defense around the base. And Mr. Paul has a full clip now. He's being careful not to get in the way of that FV. And he moves up, spots the Type 5, now backs up so the bush is bushy, shoots, and takes him out and does not get detected. He did not get detected because he backed up and let that bush provide camo for him. So now, that was huge, getting rid of that Type 5, because now they can maybe be a little bit more aggressive on this, poking this ridgeline. He's taking a blind shot because he knows there's got to be enemies there. And I think he wants to shoot. Oh, there's another guy. Back up till the bush is bushy. Take a shot. Now these enemies, are playing it well. They know there's people up here, so they're trying to poke and spot. But his team, the T-95 and Mr. Paul, are putting up a huge line of resistance here. One more. Oh, he's bounced. And now watch this. The T-95 just drives forward. He just He was in cover, but drive forward and die. Now that was a bad decision. That leaves just these 3 tanks in this spot. The FV, the Emil, and Mr. Paul. Clustered. Now the enemy can just come in and get in close range and surround them. This is an unwinnable situation, right? The enemies they just have to come in together and focus them down. Mr. Paul has only got 10 HP. The FV has no armor, but the Emil, he's got a lot of health. So let's just see what happens here, because there's some decisions that are made here that are just look, they got flanked from behind. The FV's just got shot. Mr. Paul has 2 shots in the clip. He does not face off versus a TD from the front. There's a TD. The gun's sticking out of that end. He wants to go to the other end where the gun is not sticking out, because this is the safer end to fight this guy. And he waited to reload till he had 3 shots so that he has enough in his clip to take him out. Now, how many of you, when you detect an enemy like that behind you, would just stop, turn around, and face them, front on front, so that you can each exchange shots? Now watch the FV here. Watch the FV. Just falls off the cliff and kills himself. Because why not throw your tank away? See, that is an example of a bad decision, and what we just witnessed was a good decision. And think about that. He was up on the hill there. An enemy appears behind him. The natural reaction for almost 90% of players is just turn around and take a shot, and then just sit there or start backing up. But it's a TD. The gun sticks out of one end. That's the dangerous end. And he immediately just drove behind him. How many of you would do that? You got to learn to do stuff like that. That's the difference between, well, getting surprised and losing like a Muppet, or actually observing what the situation is and reacting in the best possible way. Well, let's get back to it now. It's 11:13. It's just the Emil and Mr. Paul, and there's 4 tanks here. There's 4, and I see 3 of them right there. So they know where 3 out of 4 of them are. 1 is actually in the cap. How are they going to reset this now? The Emil took him out. The Emil is using his gun depression and has taken him out. Beautiful. That was an important kill. And now if Mr. Paul pokes here, he's going to die. So he's not, but he wants to. And if he had 1,000 HP, maybe he would. But he doesn't have 1,000 HP, so he doesn't. He's just playing cat and mouse with this guy. But now, look what he's doing now. He's looking at the other corner. Why is he doing that? Well, because there's 3 last known positions on the map, and they're all around the cap there. You see that? The Yag Tiger, the T54 E1, and the Progetto. The 3 last known positions are on his left there. But they can spot 2 of those guys, and the Progetto hasn't been spotted. His last known position is there, but he hasn't been spotted lately. So Mr. Paul has the feeling that maybe that Progetto has left and driven all the way around the map to come up behind us. And he's facing the other corner now. You might be thinking, why the hell is he facing that way? Well, because he's used the information on the minimap to determine that maybe that Progetto, since we haven't spotted him for a minute or two, has driven all the way around. Mr. Paul has deduced this from the information on the minimap. They would have spotted him if he was there still. And he types in chat, the Progetto is flanking. He says to the Emil, use your HP when you're reloaded. Go on the offensive. We have to hurry. You see that in chat? He tells his teammate that. He's got this suspicion that the Progetto is going to be coming around this corner any second. He said to the Emil, when you're fully loaded, go use your HP. You can take a hit. Rush in on the offensive and I'll be there for you. He's waiting. He's hoping the Emil will charge the enemy when he's fully loaded. And now he's seeing the Emil is probably reloaded, but the Emil does not want to go in. There's a little hesitation. And the Emil is not going to charge in and use his HP. He still wants to finesse the enemy. He's taken 1 more out. But look, there is the Progetto. He could have died there. He's got to take this guy out. He's taking him out. He was right. The Emil has a lot of HP, but he still doesn't want to go in. So why not get the job done yourself? Hoo-ha! Nicely played. The Emil is still up there with lots of HP to spare. You can't take it with you, buddy. And look at these results. While you read these results, like HP is something you can use at the end of the game. It's like your money. You can't take it with you. As you know, when you see the end is coming, when the end is near, start spending it, because you can't take it with you. Fantastic result there, Mr. Paul. That was entertaining. That's what I call a great game. And you notice he did not even get ace tanker. You can sort games based on the results and see a lot of games with epic results that were handed to the victors or achieved by luck. But this particular game, Mr. Paul, on 10 HP, that was a great victory. Thanks for sending me that, and I hope you guys enjoyed that one.